Hey everybody, Foxy Games here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Full Story Playthrough. In our last episode, we finished up the first part of Heavensward. We destroyed King Thordan and his Knights of the Round Table, thus putting an end to at least Ishgard's part of the Dragon Song War and the lies perpetuated over 1,000 years. There's still much more to do, but we're going to take a break from the main story quest. As you can see, we're here in Idyllshire. And if you remember from the last episode, we saw that there was some stuff going down in Dravania. What we're going to get from here is not a quest related to that, but it is a dungeon quest that I'd like to pick up. Ah, you're Foxy, aren't you? I found you at last, Kupo. Vidofnir asked me to come find you, and I've been searching high and low and near and far, Kupo. Do you know how difficult it is to look for someone while trying to stay unseen yourself? Well, never mind about that now. There are more important things to worry about, Kupo. Vidofnir was very insistent that I hurry you back to the Somal Summit as soon as possible. So, on your way, Kupo. Right, well, that's my job done. I'll go ahead and let Vidofnir know you're coming. See you there, Kupo. So, Vidofnir has something that she wants to tell us. But we're gonna wait on that, because we have more important things to worry about. If you recall, there was a primal summoned here, and, well, you know, in the matter of primals, we really have no choice but to intervene. So, we are looking for a particular quest called Disarmed. And we are going to talk to Slowfix. Is Uplander seeing it? Giant of iron rising from river? Y'shtola and Cid have leave to learn more, but are not back yet. Great is plight of Gobbyflock. Giant is too big, can squash Idyllshire flat. Where are Uplanders? Calm yourself, Slowfix. Ah, Foxy, 'tis well that you are here, for our situation is dire. Our need is dire, whatever. A colossus of steam and steel has risen from the Thaliac. Yet it is no mere forgotten contrivance of Charlian. The resultant etheric disturbance confirms that it is a primal, and that it was summoned amidst the ruins left for the river to reclaim. For a mercy, it stopped dead no sooner than it had broken the water's surface, but so long as it remains in our realm, it may spring to life again at any moment. Yes, yes. But what does Uplander find near Idyllshire? Is wilderness still heavy with ether? Nay, the ether grows perilously thin, and more swiftly than I could have imagined. The primal is bleeding the land dry. Should it be suffered to continue, this entire region will become a barren waste in a matter of moons. No! Gobbyflock has only just found home after long wanderings. Idyllshire will not fall. Slowfix will not allow it. And nor will we. I've already spoken with Alphino, and he concurs that we Scions of the Seventh Dawn must do all in our power to eliminate the threat. Yet given its size, I deem it wise to attack from two fronts. Our first and most obvious recourse is to keep our foe in check with blade and magic, much as we have done with other such adversaries. Second, I propose that we attempt to cut off the flow of ether which sustains it, mayhap by physically separating the primal from the land. If we are to be rid of the Colossus, I think the latter course more promising, and mean to enlist Master Matoya's aid in pursuing it. Yet such things take time. Thus I have asked Master Garland to remain here and keep watch over our foe. Given its apparently mechanical nature, his expertise should prove invaluable to you. To you, I say, for I would leave the fate of Idyllshire in your hands. Should the primal chance stir, ere my return, you are to join Cid in repelling it. An unenviable task, but one for which you are singularly qualified. Me and every other adventurer. Rest assured, I do not mean to linger with Master Matoya any longer than necessary. The moment we find a solution, I shall make haste to rejoin you here. Well then, let us be about our duties. I will leave you to discuss strategies with Cid. Backrix is keeper of knowings of Idyllshire. Can say where Cid has gone. Uplanders should start with Backrix. That sounds like a good start. By the way, I have upgraded my armor. I didn't really care for how this tier set looked. So, I didn't use it. I just glamored back to my other stuff. Let's see, where are we going to find up Rix? Or back Rix, whatever his name is, at shortstop. So, outside. In spite of its appearance, that mechanical monstrosity is a primal, and it is causing us no end of worry. No sooner do we put down one primal than another appears to take its place. I am beginning to see a pattern. It's almost like desperation comes in droves in these times. Well, let's see what we can do about it. It has very quickly come to my attention that I actually can't fly here. I'm gonna see if this is the quest I'm missing. It's not, but, well... What? There's one behind me, isn't there? No? Thank the gods, I've done enough running for one day. Those goddamn beasts came out of nowhere. It's a wonder we made it out alive. But we can't just leave the treasure there. You look like the sort that's used to risking life and limb. Might be as you could help clear a way through those seedkin that damn near made a meal of us. We'd see that it was worth your while, of course. If you're interested, let my friend Sonny know. He should be somewhere near the entrance to St. Mosian's Arboretum. Well, I reckon it's safe to go back to Idleshire and look for a few more hands. We'll need as much help as we can get. Hope to see you at the Arboretum. Alright, so that's another dungeon quest that we won't be doing just yet. Seriously, though, where's that missing quest? Alright, I found the quest. Taking stock. Come here, you. There we go. God damn it, I've been had. Some twice-cursed sons of a mad blind bitch have made off with all my takens and my tradables too. Wow, she's mad. I knew this place was full of treasure hunters, but I never reckoned it'd be my treasures they'd be hunting. And it ain't just my losses that concern me. The gobbies count on the goods I bring in to keep this place fed and watered. If I don't get my stock back, this whole town could fall apart. What do you say, adventurer? Will you help me bring these thieving curs to book? An adventurer coming back from the answering quarters says he bumped into a gang of ill-looking brutes on Front Bridge. Nearly knocked the poor kid into the Thaliac, they did. Anyhow, he says they were heading into the ruins. Meet me there and we'll start the search. Also, I'm going to take this quest for the Great Google Library. Now, here's the adventure I was looking for. I've got a job that needs doing, and something tells me that you'd be the one to do it. Now, stop me if I got this wrong, but a little bird told me you've been in and out of the Great Google Library, and that a walking, talking broom of all things showed you the way in. Well, I suppose the latter's bit's neither here nor there. Long story short, a certain personage has something they want from that library, a hefty leather-bound tome to be exact, and they've tasked me with finding the right woman to retrieve it. There's just one rub. Seems some heedless interloper, mind you, I'm not looking to point any fingers here, left the door to the forbidden vaults wide open, allowing what seems like every void-scented and sorcel abomination in the Encyclopedia Eorzea to saunter right in. A right mess, I'm sure you agree. Yeah, pretty unsubtly pointing that finger at me, don't you think? We kinda did, though. Fortunately, the strapping lass standing in front of me knows the place like the back of her hand. I just need you to make like your broom friend, sweep out the nasties, and retrieve the tome from my client. Simple enough, right? I'll meet you there. Well, I guess fair is fair. We did leave that door open. But again, we're not gonna worry about that right now. All of these dungeon quests will be taken care of in due time, probably all in 1 or 2 episodes, because that's how I roll. Alright, Midnight Dew, let's hear about your thieves. Well met, lass. Now here's the plan. Considering the weight of the stuff they stole, they won't get far on foot. Chances are they've got a boat hidden somewhere. I'll get onto my crew and have them stake out the riverbank. In the meantime, I want you to search the ruins for whatever you can find. Might be the bandits are lying low out there, or maybe they've stashed the loot and moved on. If you chance on any of my belongings, I'd be obliged if you bring them back to me. Sure, why not? Oh, I see some banditly looking motherfuckers up here. Let's go ahead and get our chocobo in on the fun. Well, they fell apart like a house of cards. And I bet you that's all of it. We got the things. How goes the search, adventurer? You find anything? Sure did. My stock! Well, one chest's worth of it anyway. There's still some missing, but this is a damn good start. You got the nose of a bloodhound, lass. I'll be wanting a lend of that sniffer of yours to track down the rest of my property. Nah. Good luck with that. Now that I can fly, I'm out. Alright, back Ricks. Where's Sid? Backrix is keeper of knowings and data. What does Uplander wish to learn about? Ah, Uplander comes in search of Sid, yes? Well, there he is. My thanks for sharing your knowings, Backrix. These Illuminati are indeed most hostile. Ah, Foxy, old friend. You haven't seen your Stola, have you? Drained of all ether in a mere moons? 7 hells. How much power does that thing need? Too much, plainly. Well, it sounds as if we have an urgent dismantling job on our hands. From what Backrix has been telling me, the Illuminati are the most likely culprits. They have the knowledge to summon a primal, and the requisite short-sightedness not to think better of it. Fanatical captures their philosophy nicely, I think. Their goal being nothing less than sole ownership of all the world's technology. Needless to say, they're more than willing to kill anyone who stands between them and what they want. Quite how they managed to coax a primal into the hulk of a Charlian defense mechanism, I don't know. But it looks like they've made themselves a tidy little fortress inside the Colossus. We'll need to contend with them if we're to disable the thing. As for the task itself, simply destroying whatever serves as its engine should do the trick, assuming it is in fact mechanical. But before all that, we'll need to find a way in, through yet another bloody barrier. Barrier is not new, rose up 3 years ago after ground made shivery shakes. Ruin was freed from riverbed then. Round Rocks was there, saw with own 2 eyes. Round Rocks? Sorry, who is... Daughter of Slowfix. Round Rocks loves junk more than all other gobbies, was collecting then, and is playing now. Look. Shiny junk and sparkly rocks, bitty bobs and whirly cogs. Oh god. I'm sorry for interrupting, Round Rocks, but I need to ask you a question. When the ground shook 3 years ago, did something come bobbing up to the river's surface? Bobbing? Nothing bobbed, silly Uplander. Ground made shivery shakes when Giant of Whirlycog stood, and then magic walls came up too. So it wasn't the tremor that freed the Colossus, it was the Colossus which caused the tremor. And you're absolutely certain you saw it rise from the waters, young one? Seven hells, I think someone tried and failed to summon it 3 years ago. But was it the Illuminati, or... Brayflox comes to trade tongue flaps, Uplander. Ah, just the Goblin. Slowfix tells me you're his resident expert on the Illuminati. Pardon me a moment while I consult with my fellow Uplander. Foxy, if I may make a suggestion, I'll speak with Brayflox and learn what I can of our opponents. In the meantime, could you investigate the Colossus itself? Biggs and Wedge are near where its hand landed on the shore of the Thaliac. Join them and see if you can't find a way inside the machine. Oh, and good luck with that barrier. I mean, I could just try hitting it with my sword until it breaks, but I somehow don't think that's gonna work. Oh, who's this? Well, let's go and find Biggs and Wedge. Colossus is the right term. Look at this thing, it's huge. It's raised up the land around it. Looks like there's a door. Hey, friends. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee-dee-da-dee-da-da. What in the blazes? Okay. Giant of Metal is holding fast to land, and Slowfix is telling Red Bricks to keep eyes on Big Hand. Foxy, come to see the Colossus, eh? The chief has us looking for a way in. Of course, there's a bleeding barrier around the thing. Aye, another one. Luckily for us, when the big fella came down, its hand clamped onto the shore here, punching a hole in its defenses and leaving that round portal there unprotected. Only trouble is, it's locked and doesn't seem to have a key. For want of a better idea, Wedge is listening in to Illuminati link pearl communications and hopes they'll mention the trick to opening it. Da-dee-da-dee-dee. There's only one signal coming from inside the giant, and it's always the same pattern. I'm certain it's a code. The Illuminati always use coded messages. From what I hear, they developed a special kind of crystal specifically for transmuting link pearl waveforms. If we get our hands on one, the Chief's decoding machine here should theoretically be able to use it to untangle the meaning. Quite where we'd find such a crystal is another matter. Does Uplander know Round Rocks? She makes great collection of junket things. Maybe is keeping crystal at shortstop. Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? And it just so happens I've been working on a means of identifying the crystal in question. Here, Foxy, take this 3G7001B. Sprinkle that powder over this so-called collection and look for anything that glimmers. It should contain the material we need. You may have to borrow one of Ramrox's treasures, but I'm sure she won't mind if you tell her it's for a good cause. I don't know, man. These goblins love their junk. Well, here's the junk pile, and there's Round Rocks. Here is treasure trove of Round Rocks, but shh, is secret from big gobbies. I mean, it's just laying right there. Here. Amongst the jumble of bits and bobs, you spy a faintly glimmering stone. What is Uplander doing? Sneaky taker! Treasure belongs to Round Rocks. Okay, but we kind of need it to not die. Uplander needs it for Giant of Whirlycogs, but Glowstone is most favoriteest treasure of Round Rocks. Alright, but Uplander must promise to bring it back, or Round Rocks is getting very angry. Yeah, sure, we'll bring it back. Maybe. If you don't find anything, you can always try blowing the hatch open. The armor looks pretty thick, though. Giant of... Okay, I read that already. Wedge, we got the thing. Ah, Foxy. No burns, I see. No reason. Tell me, did the thing reveal anything? Thank you. And you have my word that I'll give it back to the Round Rocks when I've finished with it. Now, let's take a listen to what the Illuminati are really saying. Goodness, all that infernal beeping is gone. Now it's a message clear as day. Let's see. Today's schedule for Gordius. Registration at 7th bell. Stop. Louse the Curl Cubs at 3rd bell. Stop. Rest and recuperation at 2nd bell. Repeat. Today's schedule for Gordius. Curl lousing? I'm sure that was the only message. This has to be some sort of jest. Don't be daft, Wedge. It's just another code. You need the proper crystal and the proper knowledge to understand it. Bleeding Illuminati. Should have known it wouldn't be so easy. Quite the conundrum you have there. But it's your lucky day. I'll crack the code, assuming we can come to a little arrangement. I'm a treasure hunter by trade, and there's a certain something I want inside the giant. I help you get inside, you help me get out with it. A fair deal, no? The name's Mide, by the way. Charmed, I'm sure. You are aware that the interior is almost certainly swarming with Illuminati, right? Why do you think I came to you? There's strength in numbers, friend. Best we join forces, eh? Now the words you intercepted are largely gibberish, but paired with the numbers, well, you'll see. 7 stop, 3 stop, 2, wasn't it? You, the big one, see the pipes atop the hatch? There ought to be a valve up there with a handwheel. Imagine it's a clock and try turning it right to 7, left to 3, and back to 2. Haha, we did it! We did it! So the Illuminati have been announcing the way to enter the Colossus all along. Strange. Well done for cracking the code anyway. I had less success, sadly. I'm afraid Brayflox knows little more than we do about the Illuminati's plan or the primal. Come, things aren't as bad as all that. We found a way inside the machine. We'll just have to learn about it as we go. It's only a massive mammoth after all. Stopping it should be as simple as destroying its core. If we send in a suitably intrepid team of surveyors, I don't see why we can't trace the machine's power back to the source via the struts and piping. And I know just the woman to lead the party. What say you, Foxy? We are a primal slayer, after all. And what of me, pray tell? I opened the way for this grand expedition of yours. Surely that's earned me a place in your little band to hunt for my treasure. You did as you promised, and you may do as you will now, but only so long as your treasure hunt doesn't endanger the mission. I'd join you if I could, but there's something I need to see to first. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge here in case of emergencies. Good luck, my friend. The Fist of the Father is now accessible. The Fist of the Father is a raid. And we're going to get straight into it. Welcome to the first raid for the Alexander questline. Let's see. Go ahead and move on forward. You will notice that this place has great music, and the boss music is even better. Also, there's steam, and it hurts. Also, these places tend to be very quick. Here comes a mini-boss. This one, you can just kind of ignore the ads. The damage output is usually so high that it's pretty inconsequential. I will, on the other hand, pick up the ads as they come. Just making sure I'm keeping aggro. And yes, I say aggro. I know it's enmity in this game, but aggro is just so much easier to say. Alright, here we go. The first boss of the Alexander raids. I know I have the music a bit low. If you want to find this song on your own, and I definitely recommend you do, it's called Locus. Anyway, the other tank is deemed to start without me, so I need to move this missile out of the way. And I took no damage. Interesting. Going to turn my iron well off since the other tank is main tanking. At least until phase 2 it comes in, then I will turn it back on. And we are just absolutely wiping the floor with this guy because, like any other old boss, he really doesn't oh, here comes number 2. He really doesn't have as much HP as he used to. Okay, I need to pull him away. Please. Alright, we really don't... Oh my god. We really don't want them tanked together because then they tether and they do way more damage. Why did I do that? Oh good, he's self-destructing. Because we killed the other one so damn quick that the mechanics almost didn't matter. Hey, great. Well, I tried to explain how this boss works, but he kind of almost doesn't work that way anymore. Wow, look at that. That's interesting. I don't care about any of this Alexander loot. Yeah, I didn't mention it up until we got in here, but this is... Oh god damn it, I got it all. This is all for fighting Alexander, which Final Fantasy fans probably recognized, the big walking tower thing. Expertly done, adventurer. Do you have a gunblade? Well, what have we here? I think she does, and this is before Gunbreaker was a class. It's a gobbo. Sorry, Round Rocks could not stay away. So many new treasures here. Treasures? Oh, you mean the odd bits and bobs. Well, little one, these machina are yours to take. And some of them are rather beautiful, I must admit. Uplander can tell pretty machines from ugly, just like Round Rocks. No harm in adding one more to our company, is there? I'll keep an eye on her. I suppose that's fair. Damn it, I was so sure. Uplanders are unwise to come, But most of all is treasure hunter. What she seeks is not here, not in all of Gordius. As I live and breathe, quick thinks all thoughts, master of the Illuminati. Gobbies are backstrapped with boom dust. Uplander shoots everybody kabooms. Uplander ear catches tongue flaps of master. Enigma Codex for plans making is gone. Illuminati are already undertaking Alexander initiative. Foolish Gobby! Secrets are kept silent! Tongue flaps never traded with outsiders. Has Quick Things not ordered so many times? Master forgive noise-making of empty head. Gobby did not think. Please, Gobby will take any punishment, just not worst one. I mean, if you just... Oh, now! Oh god. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you just shoot them, only they're gonna explode, not us. What? Uplander is shooting Gobbies! And boom dust does not harm Uplanders. Blood! Uplander blood for fallen Gobbykin! I think now would be a good time to leave. Yeah, good idea. Uplander, what is Enigma Codex? Treasure? Yes, young one. My treasure. Well, that happened. Might is amazing. She can tell pretty junk from ugly almost as well as round rocks. This whirlycog round rocks finds 72 yams north and west, and this one is 24 yams south and east of Architecton, whatever. Shiny junk and sparkly rocks, bitty bobs and whirlycogs. Round rocks has been showing me her treasures, and they're aptly named. Only a fool would call them junk. Just because something has been discarded, it doesn't mean it can't be beautiful. She also said that Quick Things has a face like a machina, cold and calculating. I can only assume she means his mask. Yeah, he is a bit weird looking, isn't he? Welcome back, Foxy. I'm working with Backrix to intercept Illuminati communications. He's got a wonderful memory for details, and a great mind for codes. I must say the Goblin's grasp of technology is something to behold. I'm impressed. Backrix is keeper of knowings. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Anyway. Bleeding hells, face to face with the head of the Illuminati, eh? Sounds like you had quite the adventure, and this Alexander initiative has got me wondering. Do you reckon it might be the giant's name? No sign of the core, anyway. Well, we'll just have to look further in. I'll let the chief know anyway. He'll be happy to hear Might and Round Rocks are safe too. Those two haven't stopped talking about machines since they got back. Can't say I've ever thought of junk as pretty, but to each their own. Ah, Foxy. Ready to have another go at finding the giant's core? You know it. Wedge, could you... Oi, Wedge! Stop listening to that bloody link pearl. We barged to the Illuminati's front door. They know we've broken their code. But I've just this moment intercepted a new communication. If you give me a moment to... There! It says... Oh, death to Uplanders. death to Uplanders. I think we may have started a war. Oh well. The Cuff of the Father is now accessible. Hey, you know what we're going to be doing a lot of in this video and the following videos? Running raids. Welcome to part 2. I did turn up the music a little bit. This fight is also particularly easy. They get a bit more difficult later on, but this one's actually just a giant mob fight, which is okay by me, to be honest. So just like before, you start by killing a whole bunch of trash, make your way deeper into the facility, you take a whole lot of damage. Wow, that hurt. I think those snipers are the ones that did it. Jump down this hole, and you push the button. And we can see our destination laying straight ahead of us, but first we have to kill some more goblins. Gobwalkers, stand firm, slay trespassing uplanders. Yeah, I think the music's at a decent volume now. Oh, yeah, people are very eager to get on with this. In this fight, you have certain players can jump in some of these Gobwalker tanks. You'll see a friendly Gobwalker right there. They're supposed to be pushing bombs and stuff out of the way while the rest of us burn down these ads. Chances are it probably won't go down that way because of how easy this is. And really, my job is just to hold these mobs while everybody else burns them down. Even these big, scary-looking things aren't even that bad. Like, there's a bomb right there. The Gobwalker should be taking it. Looks like he actually is. Very good. Oh, maybe he's not. Oh, there he goes. He's pulling it. You see, that hurt. But, in all honesty, we'll be done with it before it's even a problem. In a way, it's kind of sad. Like, I understand why it is this way, but one of these guys' names is Charmander. My other tank, actually. Oh, I don't want to be hitting the bomb. Just listen to that jamming tune, though. Are you surprised that it's over? Uh-oh. Goodbye, Gobbles. Yeah, it's almost comical how easy it is in the beginning. And again, I don't want any of this stuff, but I got it. You used to be able to get, I mean, you still can get gear for doing the Alexander raids. I'm not particularly interested in it. It's not better than what I've got. Uplander is amazing. Uplander is stronger than 10 gobbies. More like 100. Ah, there you are, old friend. I was beginning to wonder if I'd ever find you. Biggs's account left something to be desired, so I thought it best to see the interior with my own eyes. A treasure hunter through and through. Tell me, what exactly do you hope to find here? Ever heard of the Enigma Codex? It's a book of ideas written some 100 years past. The life's work of one of the greatest technologists ever to draw breath. Within its pages are found myriad wonders, from designs for machina that could operate ceaselessly for centuries, to novel ways of cultivating cheese. Well, no wonder the goblins are interested in it. Culturing cheese, I should say. Even a fragment of the book could bring a king's ransom. But most remarkable of all are the plans for a walking citadel. It was to be a beacon of logic and reason for all the world. A walking citadel? 7 hells, we're standing in it, aren't we? The Illuminati's primal took its form from that idea. But I sense that none of this is news to you. You've read it then, this Enigma Codex. The design catered for every needful thing, from warm beds to crops of grain. Its occupants would never have to leave. And all in a fortress on feet, impenetrable and ready to move at a moment's notice. The citadel was meant to bear the most brilliant scholars and artificers of the age to all 4 corners of the world, that they might set about unraveling the mysteries of creation. And this utopia, this shining seat of erudition, was to be called Alexander. If Roundrocks lived in Walking Castle, Roundrocks could collect treasure from everywhere. Indeed you could, little one, and anything you found, be it junk, forgotten teachings, or lost secrets, would be yours for the taking. And what exactly would the Illuminati do with all this knowledge? They would use it to take control, most likely. Create a world ruled by a few chosen scholars. Unless I'm mistaken, that's why the Illuminati exist. Bloody fanatics. Take a perfectly good idea and make it into an object of faith. What could possibly go wrong? I can well imagine how a people who've spent decades carrying their homes on their backs might crave a home that could carry them. How such a place could seem like a utopia. But we're not talking about a machine here, we're talking about a primal, and primals will be the death of us all. I trust you'll be ready when things come to a head, Foxy. Oh, you know it. Utopia is happy place? Where there is junk aplenty, Roundrocks is happy. Where is very happy place of mind? Wherever he is. A bit more of the mystery unraveled. I think Roundrock's pile of treasures may have grown a touch. Not that it's any surprise, she goes hunting wherever she has a spare moment. A girl after my own heart. Sometimes, Backrix is coming with Roundrocks for junk hunting. Uplander will come next time too? I think I'll pass. If my ears seem red, it's because Y'shtola just called. Dear me, I didn't think she knew such language. I gather Matoya may not be the easiest of taskmasters. Not that I don't sympathize, of course. I wonder what she'd say if she had to work under the chief. Oh, I bet you Sid is easier than Matoya. This Enigma Codex sounds amazing. A walking citadel's one thing, but a self-sustaining walking citadel? Genius! It's just a pity Illuminati had to go and make a bleeding primal out of it. From what I understand, this Alexander was active for no more than a few seconds. That's seconds, and it nigh drained the hinterlands of ether. Imagine what it'd do if it wandered the whole bleeding world. I don't think Round Rocks realizes how much danger we're in here. Too busy hunting for new treasures. Probably for the best, though, eh? Yeah, that way she's at least out of the way. We got ourselves a problem, Foxy. But don't worry, the Chief has a plan. Speaking of whom, Chief, over here. All present and correct, I see. Good. Something has been nagging at me for a while, Foxy, and I finally realized what it is. It concerns the communications wedge intercepted. So we know that the Illuminati have managed to establish a base inside the Colossus, meaning they must also have found a way to pierce the magic barrier. Assuming that's the case, what need have they to use the only hatch which the barrier doesn't protect? And why go to the trouble of sending coded message on how to unlock it? The answer? Spies. I believe the Illuminati have an agent outside the Colossus, most likely in Idleshire itself, who is using the hatch as a back door. Now this agent will know we've broken their code and that the hatch is constantly watched, so he won't have been able to use it for some time. As such, he'll doubtless be desperate to re-establish contact with the inside. And that's why I've cleared the area around the Giant's Hand. All we need to do now is watch and wait. Follow whoever makes a dash for the hatch. Chief, link protocol from Red Bricks. He says Brayflox went inside. But she can't be. No, it must be an impersonator. Chief, whomever you met earlier was a spy. Quick, we have to go after her. A spy disguised as Brayflox. Well, that's not good. The arm of the father. Well, what did you think it was gonna be? Another raid. Yeah, run. Welcome to floor 3. They're gonna go chase Gobos, I'm gonna go upstairs. So let's go and do just that. Same as before. We're gonna go run ahead and pick up some ads. Assuming this person doesn't decide to do it first because they're tarded. Don't stand in the goop. Oh wait, they're not tarded, they're the tank. I thought they were some kind of DPS. And once again, this trash really isn't hard at all. This part reminds me of Praetorium for some reason with the stairs. But that's where the similarities end. Yeah, so you have to fight water. Or, I don't know, maybe he's like oil or coolant or something, but you have to fight it. So let's do it! Not a whole lot to say about this guy just yet. He just does a lot of AoE damage that you want to dodge like that. Soon he's going to change forms. Sluice. You want to be away from people when he casts that. I do wonder how far he's going to get. Oh, here he goes. He's turning into hand form. Now the best thing to do is tank him in the middle, which this tank does not seem to get. Or maybe it just plain doesn't matter anymore, who knows. And that's to avoid being yeeted off the platform and into the electricity on the outside. See? Like that. Seemed to do okay, though. And he is now shifting into tornado form. He's going to have a constant AoE surrounding him. What are you? You're a gunbreaker. In a really nice outfit. Oh wait, he didn't even go in tornado form. What? Why? Oh well. Okay, everybody please get behind the boss. Let's not get hit by that. Well, we didn't even get to see half of his mechanics, which is perfectly fine, honestly. And he dropped whatever that thing was. And that's that then. You know, I'm gonna try to at least to pass on all this stuff. There we go. Okay, healer left, so the other DPS is getting my commend. Gabi found it. Good. Knowings of missing piece are with Illuminati. Gabi did well indeed. So he executed the spy. This is how you treat those who please you. Now is realm in chaos. Broken. Machine with too many parts. But Illuminati plan needs one thing, missing piece to bring world order. Give world harmony, make world perfect. And what of those who don't fit your vision of perfection? How many must die to pay for your utopia? Don't you see? You summons a goddamn primal. It will devour the ether of every land you visit until Hydaelyn and everything on it is dead. Inside fortress of Illuminati, Chosen will live on. If inferior on outside die for progress, so be it. This is cost of seeking for knowings. Hells take you and your damned seeking. Wise uplanders find happiness in Illuminati rule. Unwise uplanders, utopia does not need. This guy's like Goblin Hitler, basically. So it's obey or die, then. Pah, the whole concept is grotesque. No, Sid. Like the rest of the ideas set out in the Enigma Codex, Alexander is wonderful in itself, perfect even, but in the rush to realize its ideals, even the best of us can be led astray. Oh, so once upon a time, these Illuminati were starry-eyed philanthropists, is that it? And it was only after they got their hands on your bloody perfect codex that they turned into vicious killers? Tell me, was there any passage in particular that convinced them to abandon their last shred of empathy? I cannot speak for the precise contents of the codex. Not anymore. But I haven't forgotten everything I read. I think I can stop the core if you can get me close enough. You think you can, or you know you can? And what of its location? It's somewhere in the trunk. How close we are to that, I can't say. Round Rocks can say, 2 paces of Round Rocks are 1 yom. So, by count of Round Rocks, chest of Whirlycog Giant is only a little further. Ha! Clever girl, you've been measuring how far we've come from the start. Alright, I propose we withdraw for the time being. I don't know what will happen when we breach the core, but I do know that we'll be better equipped to deal with it if we're well rested and ready for anything. Good idea. All should be well enough. Another raid taken down. No one should have the power to choose who lives and who dies. The idea is too vile, too insidious to be left unchallenged. We have to act. If we don't, Alexander will awaken and the Illuminati will be unstoppable. Make no mistake, Foxy, it's now or never. If Uplander comes back safe from the core unmaking, Round Rocks will give 1 piece of secret treasure. That's okay, it's shit. Don't worry about us, Foxy. You just concentrate on getting Mide to the core in 1 piece. Wedge and I will bring up the rear when the coast's clear. Just you be careful, Foxy. There's no telling what mechanical horrors are protecting the core. Well, I have a mind to find out. I think I have the knowledge required to shut down the Giant's core, but if I'm to reach it, I'll need you to lend me your strength. Well, if there's one thing I am, it's strong. Well, really, the Illuminati's latest message is... well, let's just say it's unsuitable for polite company. I should be much obliged if you'd teach those privy-mouthed savages some manners, Foxy. So they're swearing up a storm on their comms, just like Y'shtola was when she was talking to Wedge. The burden of the father. Let's go. Welcome to floor 4. You think maybe we'll have some mechanics this time? Probably not. But we can see. Let's do this! Hopefully you guys are ready. Alright, for this boss, there's going to be a lot of AoE damage being spread around. Unavoidable. Also, you gotta take out one leg at a time. Also, these orbs need to be soaked by tank. Which the other tank does not seem to be doing, so it's whatever. Alright, as soon as one leg goes down, you can hit the boss. More orbs out. Doesn't look like it. Very good. Oh, by the way, this song is creatively known as metal. Alright, AoE coming. And the next leg. Alright, these bits, you need to kind of stick between them and their target. Here comes some more AoEs. Alright. Pull this ad over here. Pull you. We could AoE it down. Good. Ads are dead. And beat on the boss a little more. Alright, next phase. AoE coming out. Good. Okay, now the boss is vulnerable again. Now the damage is going to start getting higher. More turrets. Be sure to, if you're the tank, stand in front and take those hits. Oh god, half the group is dead. Why? Oh, now I'm dead. Somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to, and I'm not discounting the possibility that it was me. Well, a couple people got owned. But hey, at least we killed it this time. Oh my god, look at all that useless ass loot. And we are finished with the first tier of the Alexander raids. We don't want any of it, motherfucker. Whatever. That looks sufficiently core-like. We're here, and none the worse for wear, so if you need another pair of hands, just say the word. Ah, fuck. I didn't mean to click. Something about, so that's the heart of the machine, eh? Look. Greater are knowings in brain cases of unwise than quick thinks believed. Perhaps quick thinks judge too quickly. Perhaps Illuminati should study Uplanders. It is before eyes of Gabi? Good. Do not fail. Illuminati have no use for failing Gabis. End of Gabi's long wanderings is close. Something isn't right. Something isn't right at all. The way Quick spoke, you'd think he had won. He didn't seem too bothered, that's for sure. Do you think he might have planned for us stopping Alexander's core? What was it the chief said again about the Illuminati finding what they needed to complete their plan? Something along the lines of a missing piece, I thought. And what if Quick thinks is on our guard? The two dolts who are ever at his side, why aren't they here? The Illuminati must surely have known we were coming. What could be more important than protecting their leader? You don't think he sent them to Idleshire, do you, while our backs were turned like? That would be... Come on! Oh dear. Well, let's get back to Idleshire. Hopefully everything's okay. Did the lookout see anything? What do we do? What happened? Quick thinks would not give up so easily. We've got to get back to Idleshire. Giant loses power. Uplanders succeed. Never mind that, man. Do the Illuminati come? Is Idleshire safe? How does Uplander know? Yes, many Illuminati came to take stuffs of Gobbyflock. Great was chaos, but suddenly Illuminati go and take take only junk not worth jingly shine. Came barging in, ready to start a war, and then scuppered up with a handful of bleeding junk? Hold on a minute, where were they last seen? Red Bricks thinks near the shortstop. Round Rocks! Come on! I'll go and find the chief. He'll know what to do. Oh dear. What could they possibly want with Round Rocks? Uplanders are gone too long for comfort of Red Bricks. Shortstop is place of clashings with Illuminati. Illuminati are up to no good. Maybe using confusion to do foul things. Uplander must go and see, make sure all is well. Yeah, I think we'd better get over there. Treasures of Round Rocks are... Uh-oh. Is everything as still as we found it? They haven't come back, have they? No, they're gone for now, and everyone seems to be fine, physically at least. But Round Rocks... Oh, God. Poor thing. The Illuminati took everything. I'm just glad she was off collecting trinkets when with Backricks when they came. I daren't think what might have happened had she been here. Come, come, little one. Dry your tears. One thief. Unconscious. We found him lurking near the edge of town, not far from your treasure, Round Rocks. Uplander brings treasure home. Thanks to Uplander. Many, many thanks. It was all Biggs, little one. He had a feeling a few soldiers might be lurking around waiting to ambush us, and this is what we stumbled onto when we went to look. But why did the Illuminati take Roundrox's collection in the first place? Surely that can't have been their goal. I wouldn't be so sure. Or I'd guess I'd say that the Illuminati believed something they wanted was hidden amongst Roundrox's pile of trinkets. Rather than waste time sorting through them, they decided to take the lot. But when they subsequently realized they didn't have what they were looking for, they crept back into town to wait for a chance to seize whatever it was they actually wanted. What if Bad Gobby's most favoriteest treasure of Roundrox, one that is safe with Uplanders? You mean the glowstone that Foxy borrowed? But of course it's been sitting inside the decoding machine all along. Yes, yes, Roundrox would be sad without pretty glowstone. It is special treasure from near Old Castle. Rusty one that was left by Uplanders from before. Wait, what do you mean before? Roundrox, were you near the Charlian ruins when the metal giant first appeared? Yes, yes, Roundrox saw Whirlycog Giant stand 3 years ago, but was only for a little bit, and big gobbies do not believe Roundrox. 3 years ago, when someone tried and failed to summon the primal. Fragment of the Codex, of all the places in the realm. Only a fragment of the original, so that crystal must be the Illuminati's missing piece. We may have stopped their primal and taken their prize, but our foes are not about to admit defeat. They'll be back and out for blood, like as not. But we've got you, Foxy, and I'm sure you'll be ready for the onslaught when it comes. But I suggest you make merry till then. Roundrox is happy. Many friends worry. Think of Roundrox. Uplander is one. Roundrox thanks, kind Uplander. Let me chime in as well, Foxy. Roundrox's home needed protection, and you provided it. Not many would do that, and certainly not in the face of a primal. You have my thanks also. Might help Roundrox too. Uplanders have good hearts, and kind. Only so many of us find Machina pretty, my dear. We have to stick together, don't we? Did Might always like whirlycogs and bitty bobs? Not like you, Roundrox. My love, he adored the things. Inventing, building, and tinkering with them. I'd always touch his heart mark when remembering. Do I? Well, I suppose I do. Those times were something else, little one. My friends and I, we were lost in our dream. We thought to put back the pieces of the broken world with logic, reason, and technology. We were certain we could do it, too. I hadn't much skill with thinking up things or making them, but I helped in my small way. And that feeling of aiding in someone else's dream, sharing it, washes over you like a wave of happiness. I've never felt that way since. Now it all seems so far away. Even the memories feel like I dreamed them rather than lived them. Well, enough of that. Roundrox is right, adventurer. You're a kindly soul. Keep an eye out on our girl until we next meet, will you? I'm not a goblin babysitter, but sure. Why not? Oh yeah, I don't care about these things. Alright. That's it for the first part of the Alexander raids. And I think this is a good place for us to leave off on this episode. We've gotten through quite a few raids, but we've got quite a few left to go. So, in the next episode, we'll continue to tackle the Alexander storyline. But until then, my name's Foxy Games. You guys take care in the meantime. Bye.